Today we're taking a closer look at this Raxiom Axial Series LED third brake light with a smoked lens for the 2005 to 2013 Corvette C6. If you're looking to modernize the rear lighting of your Corvette for enhanced visibility and some style, then this is a solid upgrade that's definitely worth checking out. This third brake light uses bright LEDs, which are going to improve the reaction time and the illumination of your third brake light, and it's going to help drivers behind you see you when they're distracted or low lighting situations. The included special switch that's right here on the back makes it really easy for when you install it to switch between just a standard solid brake light, or if you want 5 quick flashes before it comes on solid, really modernizing your tail light and also helping you stand out to those distracted drivers. This is going to have a smoked polycarbonate lens to give you a stealthier look when you compared it to a factory clear or red lens, while still keeping your visibility strong thanks to the ultra bright LEDs that's behind that smoked lens. The housing is made from ABS plastic and the overall assembly is weather sealed to resist moisture, road spray, and debris, helping ensure reliable function for years to come. This is built using OEM grade ABS plastic for the housings, and the unit is designed to align with the factory form and fit to simplify that install process. The smoked lens is polycarbonate, chosen for durability and resistance to yellow and fading over time. The LED components are completely sealed to protect against moisture and vibration over time, and the included wiring harness with the inline switch keeps the install clean and maintains an electrical connections from the factory for a simple process. Now, as far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right around that $50 price range. Considering the addition of LED function, the selectable flashing feature, and the durable construction, it's a very reasonable value for a stylish and safety-enhancing lighting upgrade. When it comes to the installation on this, it's getting rated an easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can have this installed in just 15 minutes of your time. Now let's head on out to the shop, and we're going to give you a detailed walkthrough of exactly how this install process goes.
For this install, you will need a ratchet, an extension, T15 Torx bit, an E5 E-Torx bit, and a 10mm socket. All right, today we're going to be installing a third brake light on our Corvette, so let's get started. All right, so in order to gain access to our third brake light itself, we're going to need to remove the 2 inner tail lights. These are held in by a single T15 Torx screw at the top center. So we've got our T15 Torx bit and extension on our 1/4" ratchet. We'll get that out and pop our tail light out, then we'll be able to access our mounting points for our third brake light. Once you have that screw out, you can push in on the bottom of your tail light, pull out on that tab. This will kind of roll out, and we'll unplug our center tail light, push in on the tab, pop that out. So once you have this side out, you can do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now that we have our inner tail lights out, we're going to be able to reach in and access the mounting points as well as the connector for our third brake light. This is held in by 4 studs with 10mm nuts on them, and then the connector in the middle. So we're going to get the 2 on each side from each tail light and unplug that connector using our 10mm socket on our ratchet. So we'll get in, get the 2 out for each side, and get that off. All right, so now we're going to reach back behind our bumper, and you'll see our connector and our 4 mounting studs. So what we're going to do first is disconnect our brake light itself. It just has this tab. Once you have your first 2 10mm nuts off your studs, you can go to the other side and do the same thing. All right, so now that we have all of our nuts off of our mounting studs, what we're going to do is reach back and we're going to push up on those studs to get this to come out of its seat, like so. We'll hold this side. Remove our third brake light assembly. All right, so now we've got our third brake light assembly with the main bracket up on the table. We've got our new third brake light. In order to get our factory light out of the main mini wing tail assembly, we're gonna have to remove these 2 center studs. And to do that, you can use an E5 E-Torx bit on a ratchet. Once you get those loose, you can just spin them off. And we can remove our factory third brake light. All right, so now we're going to install our new third brake light into our main assembly. It's going to go in just like the factory light came out. We'll line our mounting tabs up, slip that in. Then we're going to reinstall our mounting studs. And we'll tighten those right back down with our E5 E-Torques. All right, so one thing to note is your new third brake light does have a strobe function. It's controlled by this switch back here. If you want it to function, you have it on. If not, if you just want a solid brake light, you turn it off. The strobe function is going to blink 5 times when you first hit your brake pedal, and then it'll go solid. So it's up to you. It's easily accessible. It's going to be right out here next to your connector. So if you ever want to switch it, pop that tail light out, you can switch it on and off. Now that we have this assembled, we'll get it back on the car. All right, so now we're going to set our assembly back into place. We'll line up our 4 studs and our connector in the main hole. One thing to note is while you have this out, it's a good time to clean out this inside area. This is not a perfectly sealed area, so it does get some dirt and grime back there. Nice time to clean that off. So we'll get this back in. You want to make sure your switch goes through this hole as well. Line our studs back up. Then we're going to go back through our taillights and reinstall our 4 10mm nuts and plug back in our connector, and then we'll tighten those back down with our 10mm socket. 10mm nuts back on our mounting studs. Then we'll do the same thing for the other side. All right, so now we've got our connector in our hand. We're going to plug that right back in. It is a factory style connector on your new light. And we're going to go in with our 10mm socket again and tighten down our 4 10mm nuts. Once you got your first 2 tight, you can do the same thing for the other side. Then we'll come back and reinstall our taillights. So now we can reconnect our taillight. Set it back into place. Then we can reinstall our T15 torque screw. Once you got this one in, you can do the same thing for the other side. Alrighty, that about wraps up our review and install of our Raxiom Axial Series LED third brake light with smoke finish for your 05 to 13 Corvette C6. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything Corvette, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.